All right. Yeah, he's always somebody that has to be that guy that knows everything, like the head guy. Like, yeah, go ask him, go ask him. Like, and they get off on that. Like, I don't understand, but that's a self-esteem issue or self-worth issue or something like that. But I can recognize it a mile away when I see it. People with open minds, the person with the open mind would be like, nah, I never heard about that. You got any more information on it? Even if they never heard about it, they have common sense, and if they know about that specific, particular topic, they'll sit there and put the two and two together. If you don't add up to four, then that's the feedback you give. You say, well, okay, yeah, that sounds like that. It makes some sense. I'm not sure about that, but I don't know about this issue right here because, if you do this, this will stop this here. And then if you would speak on some of the aspects of it that you are familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But these guys just straight, like, you tell them public filings, and I'm like, okay, so what you're saying is if I have a lien against me, or somebody places me in collections, that it won't be on my report, business or personal. Why would it be on my report? Let me guess. Because it's a publicly filed document? Because it's public filings? So if I get a mortgage or a loan from a certain place that files UCCs or files either locally or statewide, and they file that against me because I'm borrowing money, whether it's a title loan or whatever on a vehicle, if I pay that loan off and they terminate that UCC, that's negative? Like that's gonna count against me? Like, are you serious? I can see a lien or collect. They all go in the same box on the report, business and personal. They all go in the public filings box because it's an important box. That's why it's there. Even if you go to credit.net, on their website it says we are now able to help you search UCCs. Like, why is that such a big thing? If it holds no bearing on anything at all, or can't be beneficial to anyone at all, let logic dictate it then. It makes perfect sense. I'm like, come on. If I borrow some money from you, why can't I? If I'm really earnest and truly let you hold 5 cents, please believe me, it'll be on documentation. My lawyer will have a copy. God will have a copy of it. I'm trying to tell you, man. It'll be on paperwork and it'll be on your report. Please believe it. Then if you pay it off, that'll be on your report too. If you can somehow try to misconstrue that the way that'll be negative instead of positive, then you have to sit me down and explain it to me. Let me see. He said, I got a question about secured business cards. Yes, they do. They're very rare, though. You can't find any. You can't find any. See, this is what it is. Citibank, Wells Fargo, Wachovia, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they all have them, but they only issue them in different states. If you go to their website, I think I have it on that website. I think when you go to the members there, that's the first picture you see, where I think it says Bank of America, secure business credit cards. But certain people have walked into the banks in certain states, and they've told them they stopped that, like last year. Then certain people walked in. I got somebody right now that walked in, and they got approved, no problem at all. Even gave me the name of the guy, if you live in California, the guy to actually set you up. Like, so like, so it's crazy. So it depends on state, but they definitely do work. They definitely work. Anything secured works from whatever lowest level that you can get, whether it be a secured line of credit, secured loan, secured card. They all work. They work the best. That's why it's so hard to find a secured business credit card or secured debit card for businesses. I got another question. Usually when a business credit gets a cash card, is it an intro rate of 0? No. It's just your standard card. Usually the interest rates are located on their sites before you even apply for it. In the small print, even on the application, all that stuff you scroll through where it says APR and all that, usually tells you what the rate is. It's usually standard. When it comes to cash cards, the rate is standard. Like Sam's Discover card rate is the same for everybody. It's the same rate. It's not like a Capital One card, like where that rate may vary. Something like that, or Key Bank, like those rates may vary. And Key Bank is still okay. As long as your file is halfway decent, Key Bank is alright. They'll give you $1,000 or something like $1,500 sometime. And just to be clear, so people know, for that question happens when they go over there and fill out the application. Anything involving banking, anything from cash, credit cards to opening a corporate bank account, you have to put your social security number on the paper. It doesn't mean you're PGing anything. It's just anti-money laundering laws. So that way you can't go up there and fill out a credit card for your cat or your dog, like what used to happen way, way, way back in the days, like in the 80s. So a human being, and you got terrorism and stuff like that. So a human being has to actually put that money in there, and they have to know who that human being is based off his social security number, and that's what that's about. So it doesn't mean you're PG in anything. Doesn't mean you're not either. That's the bad part about it. I'll give you a good example, like Sam's Club and everybody else, Citibank and American Express. What they do is they feel they're doing. I don't even know which one to call this. They feel like they're doing you a favor, or they act like they're doing you a favor because maybe your business just needs a little oomph to get over the hump. But so they'll run your personal credit as a favor to you, because even if your credit is marginal, that might just be enough oomph to get you over. But when you look at it from a business standpoint, it works both ways. It's them saying that your business isn't good enough by itself and them preferring you to PG it. Because even if the computer says no, don't give them an account, they want you to have one. So they'll run the second option just to see. So how you beat that at Sam's is you fill out for an in-store account. And you don't need to put a social on that. And then once you do that, if you're approved, you can get the person at the counter to rerun it. Say it's a dual application. They can switch screens and run a Sam's Discover card with the same app with no social on it. And that's the truth. That's just how it is. It's the weirdest thing. I don't see none of this stuff on credit boards. Everybody got my name in their mouth over there, but I don't see none of this. So I'm like, come on. Dude said the videos I make is annoying. That was funny to me. Like I don't understand. They need to get that off their high horse and roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty. Set up a few more corps, because some of these guys be lying. There's a lot of them out there be lying. I don't want to name no names, but there's a lot of them be lying. And if you sit there and watch the posts and you see what they say and you follow it and you backtrack every other day or every other week, they're like, yeah, I just got approved for Staples on my new corp. Oh, I just got approved for Sam's Club on my new corp. What new corp? Like, what is it that you do? Why are you telling us this? Like, how many corps do you have? And what do you have them for? You're not selling them. You already made that clear. You just here to explain stuff. So what are you using? Like, how you getting approved for how? And then you explaining it, and none of it makes any sense. And it's like, it's just like these guys that say, come to us. We got unlimited lenders. We can approve you for $90,000 in 2 weeks with no social. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? Like, the harder the economy gets, the more sophisticated the scams become. And it's like, man, I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to ramble on, though. I swear, man. Let me see. You said in CDs and online, does it have the same effect as going to the banks? Yeah, it has the same effects as going to the bank. Like the ones I was talking about. Yeah, the CD is a CD, a card backed by a CD, and the minimums is sweet. It's $300. One is like $350, one is $300, one is like $500. So it's not like you got to put $10,000, $15,000 in the bank to get none of these cards. So that's not bad. And they report. It says it on the site. So you can't beat that. They report to the all the bureaus round the board. It's definitely beneficial. It counts two ways though. Even if they didn't report, which they do, it's a difference. It's like going to a car lot that doesn't report or doesn't run credit. It's a such thing as your face being good with that person. Even if whatever else everybody else is saying and whatever else your personal credit score says, it's like the bank can say, look, I've given you secure loans a couple of times, paid me back on time early. So if you come back to me asking for something, like based on that information alone, I can work something with you, regardless of anything else on the outside. So it's just that kind of stuff. Man. But I'm gonna pause for questions though, because I go on about this stuff. I just wanted to say one thing and I forgot what it was. Oh man, I forgot what it was. That's probably why I said let me stop. Oh man. Oh yeah. I just wanted to say this, and I just want to make sure I make this very clear. For those that aren't like in the financial industry, Whatever you have, hold on to it. You get a tax return, or you roll, or you get your 401k money, or you hit a scratch off, hold on to it. I'm telling you. I've been saying this. Nobody would listen. Well, people were listening to me, but for the most part, I don't think people were listening to me. You wait till the rest of this year goes by and see what happens. Wait to see what happens to the euro. Wait till the euro falls apart. I'm talking about, they were talking about the dollar. Wait till the euro falls apart. It's on the floor. We jump ship. If anybody ever see any video we talk about, we be stocking up on gold ever since that day. The euros we get paid in euros. We switched all that around. I don't want a euro no more. I don't want a euro. I might keep a couple of them and decorate a room with it or something, but I don't want a euro. Like I'd rather have a Krugerrand or the Bloom or some bullion or some bars. I don't want any paper currency at all, because all this stuff is toilet paper. And just remember I told you. Remember I told you. Watch companies like, I ain't gonna name no countries, but watch countries start like backing away from it. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 countries start backing away from the euro, start printing their own money, because they got the reserves and their money actually be worth something. Watch. So just remember, I just wanted, while y'all typing your questions, I just wanted to make sure that I made that statement, because I have your best interest at heart. I'm telling you. I don't care if it's silver, whatever you gotta do, whatever it is, whatever. If you got grandma's pearls, put some insurance on it. Like if you anything, I'm telling you, this oh my God, I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do about it. Like whatever you have, do not splurge. I'm telling you, get some kind of investment package put together, based on some foolproof like companies like McDonald's and stuff like that. But don't go out and buy a foreign car or nothing like that. Don't go do it. I promise you. You'll regret it later. The economy's not going anywhere. It's all going downhill. Like gas is about to go back up because it's all in the ocean. So I guess I'm telling you, you'll see. I just want to make sure I got that out. I had to make sure it was said, because I tell everybody that, family, everybody, like, look. And I show them the actual stuff I get from the people we work for. And I'm like, look at this right here. This is what they saying. Look at the dates. Look at the timeline. Look at all these countries that's having a problem with the euro right now, and they're in talks and they're in discussions because they don't want to deal with the euro right now. They want to back away from the eurozone, and then you'll see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? And once they do that, the euro hits the floor. Right now, like a euro ain't that far from, like, let me see, like €1 million is like 700 and something thousand. I mean, $1 million is like 740,000 euros. So you can see how, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. So I just want to make sure I pointed that out to people. But I'll take some questions. Even some instant message questions or something, man. I got flies messing. My eyes is, oh yeah, hold on. I got a fly killer. Oh yeah, okay. For any of y'all that don't know, I like to introduce new products and stuff. For anybody that don't know, if you have problems with flies and you don't really have a lot of fly swatters handy, this stuff right here, like Febreze, you hit a fly with it, it hits the ground. I love it. You hit it one time, it hits the ground. And then you don't got to step on him. You can sit there and watch him struggle for his life and watch him choke on out. Is it true commercial real estate is the new wave? Yeah! Well, yes and no. Yes and no. That's a good question, though. That's a good question, though. It depends on where you live. It depends on where you live. If you live in Dayton, Ohio, then nah. You know what I'm saying? If you live in Altoona, Pennsylvania, nah. If you live in Manhattan, yeah. If you live in Miami, you live in California, Los Angeles, Hollywood, Bel Air. Nah, not Bel Air, but like in industrial districts like downtown, then yeah. On an individual note, it would be more on a smaller scale. It'd be more like multiple family homes. I guess that's considered commercial too. Well, it's considered a commercial endeavor, but I guess it's residential. But yeah. Commercial real estate has always. See, commercial real estate is responsible for what's going on now because it was so sweet that you could just get in on a. I bought a timeshare in what is it? Pre-construction, and sold it within 6 months and made like 40, 50,000, like after taxes and after all the fees and everything, just from holding it because it was sweet like that all over the country. And it's a big. I actually wish I would have kept it, because this was before the economy had took the turn. Because now it's worth like 4 times what it was, but the only difference I wouldn't be able to find anybody to buy it from me. So again, it works two ways. But commercial real estate is always good if you could get a conglomerate together or a group of investors or investment club or something like that, and everybody goes in on something. Then it'll be worth your while 100%. But as like one individual, talk about Bank of America right now. But as an individual,
General Motors announced Tuesday it is recalling 1.5 million cars over a potential fire hazard. Officials say the heated windshield wipers system models can overheat and catch fire. The affected models include the Buick Lucerne, the Cadillac Escalade, the Hummer H2, and several other models. And Friday, we told you retail sales fell sharply in May by the largest margin.
See what I'll be watching.
Commerce Department says last month's spending fell 1.2%. Auto sales were also down 1.7%. Meanwhile, officials say 70% of economic activity is spending, causing many to believe the economy is still unstable. Now look at how stock closed on Friday. The Dow Jones climbed 38.5 points, finishing the week out at 10,211. The Nasdaq fared a little better, climbing 5 points to 2243, and the S&P ended at 1091, a gain of about 4 points. For more business news.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'll be looking at all day. So that's my point exactly. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going this way. Wait, where's the camera? Yeah, that way, down. So just wanted to back that up because I'm just sitting here looking. I seen Bank of America and I seen GM. I'm like, yeah, let me turn this up. But yeah, definitely. But I always love to get the point across because nobody else won't do it. Everybody always got something to say, but nobody. I don't know. I guess after they get the smell of grease, and there's nothing wrong with working at Wendy's and stuff like that. But it's just you work at Wendy's and you got a lot of mouth with it. Then I got problems. You want to claim you know everything and stuff like that. Then I got a problem. Then I tell you come to my school and I help you become manager at Wendy's. Then we'll buy at Wendy's. That's the type of stuff I be on. Yeah, he got a rough ride and the timing is very bad because all this stuff is nothing he can do about it, man. And we're very vulnerable right now. Like there's so many people. Everybody's hurting so bad, and we all know when the crime rate goes up, when the economy gets bad, it's like it's everywhere. Like got North Korea, stuff like that. Like in South Korea, they're going at it. Like you know what I'm saying, ships is getting sunk, and like you know what I'm saying, boat routes is being cut off. Like it's crazy. Like can't even get food to people. You got other people, humanitarian efforts, getting Israelis coming down off of helicopters, killing them. Like it's getting bad, man. All right, so and who knows what the story is on that? I can almost see how it played out in my head. Like helicopters up above. You in a war zone. Of course, you're gonna have some guns. You don't know who it is. It's not like they landing on your boat. Like I'm gonna be shooting at them too. Like yo, who is y'all? Like you know what I'm saying. So who knows how that went? But either way, it was like a humanitarian relief effort, and people who donated and volunteered their time and stuff to feed other needy people in war zones and stuff got killed. Like that's crazy. So it's getting bad, man. All over the world. I'm just waiting to hear from Iran again. That'll pop back up. Like it's just nothing good going on, period. And it's nothing. When the economy was good, you had stuff you could talk about. You had people day trading, making $15,000, $20,000 a day. You had people in the real estate flipping property like I was flipping property like it was nothing. I even left it alone. Oh shoot, I build 300 shell corps every 10 a day. We average 10 a day. We do like 300 shell corps a month. And by the end of this year, I won't be doing shell corps no more. We'll just be doing straight banking because that's how bad it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're not gonna be doing shell corps. A lot of the stuff that I do now, other than like that kind of stuff, that stuff's going into the wind. So we're secured up more recession-proof stuff like that. So that's why, that's one of the main reasons I haven't made as many videos. I don't know if anybody's familiar that we have a website team, like our little mafia family, and like my main concern for the most part is making sure that everybody has recession-proof sites and jobs where they can feed their family, and plus do whatever else it is, plus they can do whatever else it is they're doing now. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to stray too far from the topic, but like stuff I do in my personal life, like with my actual staff, like we sell rice, we sell tampons, we sell sugar, we sell honey, we sell everything, like on websites to foreigners, like in Germany and stuff like that. Places with, like Germany, online shopping is hot, it's popping. Like they rather shop online. Like that kind of research and development, like we going into. Even though I hope they go back to the franc, because the franc was sweet. It was like 2.5 francs for every dollar or something like that when I was in the military. So it was like, francs is beautiful. So I wish they go back to that. And then, that's what I've been doing basically. Like I've been running around and coming up with different products and different ideas and different things, like to feed everybody. Like, because it's going to get really bad. So it's better to be in recession-proof businesses like instant noodles and stuff like that, and cup of soups and stuff like that, baby wipes and stuff like that. Stuff that no matter how broke you are, you still got to go buy it. You know what I'm saying? And alcohol and stuff like that, tobacco, and I hate said firearms too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because no matter how broke a country is, still gonna have to buy them. Recession-proof is the name of the game from here on out. You're talking about 5 years, we got 3 left before we even climb out of it, and I can't even see us climbing out of it. But something's you got to hit the bottom at some point, and we just ain't hit it yet. But you got to hit the bottom at some point. But that's what it's all about, though. I'm serious. Like this is not like some wild prediction or nothing like that. This is the truth. I've been saying it for the longest time. But yeah, but those are the type of stuff we're getting into, like beveraging, distribution, that kind of stuff never dies. Real estate goes as a bubble. The bubble is busted now, and you got to wait till it blows back up. The people that actually invested in and saved right, those are the ones that are buying everything up at a song. That's how it starts. It's just like regenerating. That's all. Everything hits the floor. People pick through the bones. Once they get enough bones, they open their own bone shop. And when they have so many bones, they hire more people and they start fronting out bones with interest. And then, until they front out so many and leverage so many until the bubble busts again. So right now, you can't name me like GE, Rolls-Royce, you can't name me a profitable company that aren't shaving their workforce. Like everybody's laying off. Nobody's coming up with something they found in the dirt in Egypt that's renewable energy. Like now there's 4 million jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. You can't name me one industry. Unless you can turn a walnut into something that'll power a car for a week, like unless you got that's where it's at. Like if you got, like we getting into it later on, like windmill technology, homemade windmills and stuff like that, turbines and all that. Like that's where it's at. Let's see. Granger, it'll probably $100 will probably it's over $80 to $100. That Granger will probably show it. See, it might show it. It'll show as a cash experience, but not as credit though. But that wasn't a bad move. It's all every move is always determined by your budget, 100%. If you got a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 budget to do this stuff, then yeah, you can afford to. You can afford to make sure. You can afford to go ahead and say, look, I'm just go ahead and buy something right out front. Cut down everything. I don't need them. That way they won't ask me for prepayment. I already know how the game goes. I'm just gonna go ahead and send me this. Give it a minute. It may even go back in just to be 100% sure. I already did the catalogs and everything, and then you go back for credit. Like this is a 90 percentile as far as the chances you have of getting approved without a problem. And plus you'll have those cash experiences on there as well. So that shows repeat business. So that one credit order, you can leave that company alone and move to the next one. Because you have 3 different references, from the same thing. I have a question. It says, if you have credit, this economy is the best route to get commercial income producing property, or go to the city or foreclose. Well, either one. Either one. A deal is a deal, no matter where you get it from. Either one. I'm gonna tell you where it's at. I've already said this before though. It's in the rural areas outside the city limits. I don't care what city you live in. You can live in Connecticut, like anywhere. You can live anywhere in a major city where the average cost of a home is 300 grand. If you go outside the city limits, where you start seeing a few trees, the prices is probably like less than half of that. That's the best place to invest. They're not making any more land. That's the oldest saying in the book. So what may not be primo land right now will be in the future. Yeah, any kind of commercial property, as long as it's a deal. Because right now you got to pick and choose your deals. What's up, Jay Brown? Hold on a second. I'm still here. Like I said, I got all my family here. They was in there talking kind of loud. I had to close the door because I'm already over budget right now. I told them from 4:30 to 5:30. It's 6 something now, but I'll let it rock to 6:30. We good. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, and everybody probably knows this because I've said this a million times. I hate doing seminars, man. I hate doing seminars because no matter where we'll be at some airport Hilton. No matter how high you got the air jacked up, it'll be hot. I'll have to put on a suit, or it'll look real crazy. And in the whole time, I'll be on my phone the whole time. People will be blowing me up. The instant messages, the emails, they all go to my BlackBerry when I'm not like in front of a computer, which is all the time. And I got this thing where I get so many emails. I'm real anal about it. Like I gotta answer them when they come. It's annoying. Like I gotta answer them when they come. I don't work on Sundays, and I spend half of every Sunday responding to emails telling people that. It's getting better now because it's getting pretty good now. It's not that bad with the emails.
After President Obama faced a backlash for his criticism of BP.
Yeah. But I hate seminars, man. I got invited to an international business conference in Toronto, and they was gonna fly me out there and everything and stuff like that. And like I told them, they had to fly me, just pay for the gas for my plane. That'll work perfectly. Round trip. They got the tanks out there. Just send them the money, get the voucher over here, and that way I have some left in the tank to go to Florida or something. It won't be a wall. I died. Canada. On one flight, it just give you a range of like 2,100 miles or something, nautical miles or something like that. So I was gonna go out there. I was like, nah. So I tell you what, I'll do it like I'm doing this. I do it via satellite or something like that. It was a Swiss lady. She wanted me to come and on behalf of her company, like to represent her company. I just hate doing webinars. I hate doing live seminars and stuff, man. If you knew me personally, like even this is out of my character. Like I'm not the face of anything. Like I'm rough around the edges. My techniques are unorthodox. And I don't want to say this like in a stereotypical negative way, but just in a joking way, the inside joke type of way. But I'm a black guy from the hood, so like I don't fit in with stuffed shirts. Like even though I have to work with them, but that's just not my thing. Like if you ever seen pictures of my whole staff, everybody wears urban wear, athletic wear, unless we have a formal meeting. Like, but we roll like the entourage. Like we look crazy, and I'll be looking the craziest at everybody because I'm the one that's not all lit up with jewelry and stuff like that. I'm the guy that looks like I should be carrying somebody's bag. So look at my hair. You don't see the P's and stuff. Like I have nobody to impress. Like so, I'd rather just work. Most of the days I don't even know what day it is, and I just work. Just try to provide jobs and provide a stable team because I already have one, and I'm trying to start a second family, and that's all I do. Like I wouldn't fit in, man, because I'm telling you, I'd rather sit there answer any tough questions while I have a poster boy with me, clean cut guy. Somebody looks like, what's that guy's name that be on late at night with the glasses? Be selling that cash flow systems. That guy, like, he's a little short guy with glasses. He lives out there in Vegas. Like, he'd be perfect. Like, he got the showmanship. He's got the look and the feel. Like, I get him to promote the products, and I'll just sit there in the audience, like, and just throw tough questions. I'll be the mole in the audience, sit in front of people, and because I hate selling stuff, man. I'm telling you, I hate selling stuff. Like, all this stuff was free until people start trying to take it too far. But all this stuff was free. I hate selling stuff. I was happy doing what I was doing, and it just kind of all got blown out of proportion and created twice as much work for me. So now I have to make sure I service and show up enough times here, and something's always suffering. Like, now there's a barbecue suffering. There's some swine somewhere, some sausage links and stuff somewhere suffering. It, like, you know, it's always something suffering. So it's always something. When I'm doing something, I always should 100% be doing something else. When I'm somewhere else, I always should have been here. When I'm on the phone with somebody's always on hold. Then I gotta call back, but I gotta call them back later. It's a lot of stuff, man. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. Like, the reason the website looks the way it has for so long. I can easily change the website today. Like, I know code backwards and forwards. I could change it to Flash, have it looking crazy, like the Geico website with the caveman and all that. Like, I can have it looking really good, but it's like I always have to remind people. I want to do it, but I gotta get approval from the people that actually set up the links where, you know, they did all this marketing for months. And I'm sure, I don't know if any of the members have seen it, but I'm sure people that aren't members, they send me emails all the time. Like, I've seen a couple ads. One says click the Y, one says click the U, one says click this. I'm like, yeah, those are different people, you know, trying to, you know, make a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, I don't get anything out of it. I get more enjoyment out of it saying use me as the product. This is what I know. You come up with an idea where you can use what I know to create a product, and I'll just tax you on it, and then I'll help you promote it. Like, that's all I want. I want other people to eat. I'll write mine off. I can write my check as a stipend, and I'll write mine off. But I just want other people. I need 50, 60, 100 people on the payroll. That's what I need. You say I had a company to file my corp. They said it failed. They sent me an email saying they would investigate, but is it okay to open a bank account without being a corp? Nah, it is, but it's better to be a corp. If you're not a corp, then it's the same as a sole proprietorship. It's the same as you and the business being the same thing. Oh, he said, do you think that at the state of the economy, the president Obama? Yeah, he'll get reelected regardless. He got the highest, like they just did a poll, and he's still more popular. He's still got. There's no. Who would you put? It's time for midterm election campaigns now. Like, who you gonna get? Who you gonna pick? Hillary's happy where she is. Please don't say Sarah Palin. Like, so, I mean, yeah, of course. Who you gonna bring back? Mitt Romney? Or who's my man? John Edwards. He been campaigning since early this year. He got something that comes on TV every night. John Edwards across country. Not John McCain. Come on, man. That man don't even have both his testicles. He's done. Like, he embarrassed like the Republican Party so bad that they wouldn't bring him back up. You don't even hear nothing about him. You don't see nothing in the news. You don't even hear his name. Is he still alive? Like, in this shoe, come on. Sarah Palin's the only person still trying to make waves, and she's stupid. So, like, it's like nobody's gonna vote for her. They're not ready for that. You gotta already adjust to Obama first, and then you might as well give him another 4 years. He came in with a bunch of mess. It could be any president. It had the same stuff in his lap, and no matter who it was, it could have been Giuliani, could have been anybody, and there's nothing you can do about it. The economy. Man, I hate to say it, man, because I'm not one of those. I'm not a political guy, but I'm not stupid either. But when Clinton left, man, it was plenty of money. It was like the Reagan era. It was so sweet. Like, it was so much money and so many jobs everywhere when Clinton left. Throughout the scandal and everything, it was so sweet. They tried to I mean, it was so sweet. They tried to impeach this man. This man got in so many scandals. Then they got film coming when he was governor. He was still running around with women and stuff like this. Man, you still couldn't get him out of office, yo. Then what does he do to do after it's all over with? What does he do? He sets up an office in Harlem. He set up an office in Harlem. Are you serious? Man, yo, it was so much money when that dude left, man. George Bush spent every bit of it and then put us more in debt. Everybody, see, this is what it is. This is how it works. And I'm sure you can understand this. And it's because it makes perfect sense. This is how it works. If there's a lot of money here and there's a such thing as fractional banking, you got a surplus, there's a couple of ways you can either take that money and make a whole lot more, 10 times more money than that by lending it out, or you can figure a way to raid those funds, making up bogus programs which you run and operate, and you're in control of the budget, and you just milk it that way. And that's why the economy is the way it is. Every single nickel that could be milked from any corner of the United States and pretty much the earth was milked. It was all milked at one time. Like people were working at car washes, yo. I'm trying to tell you. People were working at car washes making $3 an hour. And they were living in 3-story, 8-bedroom, 5,000 square foot homes. They was getting approved by the bank. You had illegal aliens out there in California. Like, all you had to do was fog up a mirror and prove you was alive and go stated or go interest only. Like, that's what happened. Like, everybody got greedy. Everybody got greedy, man. Yeah, retail is good. Retail is the heart of America. Retail is awesome. I had a little pie graph. I don't got it now on this computer, but I had a pie graph that actually I was going to put on the site. Like, I'll be working to put stuff up there, but it's like, where can I put it? Like, on the site without messing up anything. But I got a pie graph that shows the whole industry as a whole. Services is like number 1. Government is like 12% or something like that. It shows you every industry as in the pie graph. And retail is the biggest. Retail is the biggest. I think it was like 42% or 60% or something like that of what businesses are. And most of them are retail. Like a gas station sells candy bars and stuff like that. And we already know how many gas stations there are in the world. Clothing stores, any kind of outlets, anything like so. Retail is the backbone of America. Retail is where items that are manufactured and produced are sold at that level. It starts out at the manufacturer, then it goes through the wholesaler and distributor down, and it trickles down to the retailer, the actual guy that makes the most money on the product. So like, if I make an iPod and it costs me, $25 to make an iPod, I might charge the distributor $50 or $100, and then the retailer sells it for $150, $200, and that's how the chain of command goes. But retail is always good. Retail is good. It's solid. Only thing about that is it puts you in a percentile that is so common. But that's a good thing too. You know what I'm saying? It's, since there's so many retail people, the retail business as a whole, no matter what you are actually selling, is so broad that you have enough people in it. When you get your industry risk score on your credit report, on your business credit report, your industry risk score, it'd be hard to predict it because it goes by retail businesses. They might break it down category wise, like what type of retail business you have, and then what's the percentage of that type of retail business that succeed or fail, what's the percentage of that type of retail business that don't pay back their their debts, what type type you're in, what percentage of that doesn't go under within 3 years. So all that stuff factored in, like how many employees does the same type of retail you're into normally have, based on the size of your company. So there's so many factors that it's unreal, man. I wish more than anything that I could write a book. Like I tell people, like somebody just call me up, like you write it. We work some time in where you write it. You see why there isn't a book like that. There's not one book. I could go to Amazon and the book will be lame. I could go anywhere, the Walden Books, Books A Million. Like you can't find a business credit book, a comprehensive business credit. I mean, they could give you numbers. They could give you the bank graph, like 7,500 gives you a low 4. 10,000 gives you a high 5. Like, you can get into all of that, but that doesn't really mean anything. Like, that's some stuff that's not common to everybody, but it doesn't help either. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't go. Everybody knows who Bob Kiyosaki is. Everybody knows who Trump is. Everybody knows, but you can't give me one guy that wrote a decent business credit book. Like, what's the name of it? What's it called? You can't find one. Because it's not that easy. It's like it's so hard. It's unreal. Like the credit is a moving target so much, and stuff changes so fast that by the time you're done writing the book and you print out 1 million copies of it, it's no more good. The same thing happened to Thomas Kish. They put all that stuff talking about start 15 businesses from your house and all that stuff went out in 2004, man. They still had the books, they had the sponsors, they had the investors already put all that money into it, and now you're gonna start force feeding it to you. You know what I'm saying? What else are you gonna do? I mean, somebody sold it to him, you gotta get rid of it. That's how it works. Oh, they said retail company in Oklahoma. Oh, you said okay business to be in Houston. To be in, okay. Nah, Great Wolf ain't telling the newbies nothing. I'll tell you, I get links every day. He said something about, I'll give you a quote from him and you tell me if he said it or not. He said something like, for all the newbies, I urge you to go back and look at the other information. Even though most of it is outdated, you'll still find something that's still useful and you can get some information from it, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the so-called, and what he's telling you to go back and look at, he wasn't even there. He wasn't even on the site when the stuff was posted. He just got there last year. Look at his post. Look where it say member from. Then go find Gboogie and see where it say member from. I went on the site just to help people. That's what I'm saying. I just left some posts. I didn't market nothing. I didn't have a website then. You know what I'm saying? It was just some people telling me what site they go to and where they posted, and they would want me to post the answer back. So I log in and I post the answer back. And that's the only post I made. And that was like in 08, early. Like, this dude joined in 09. But he still knows everything. Like, what does he do for a living? That's what somebody needs to ask him like over there. What does he do? Is he a business credit counselor? Does he work for a collection agency? Does he work for a credit bureau or DMB or something? Like anything. You better not say he's a day trader or he. What did you say, Jay Brown? Are they able to see what on the update? Yeah, because I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I gotta cook, and it's gonna start getting dark. So of course I gotta cook. That's how it always is. I'm gonna tell you though, while you typing it out though, DMBI. Yeah, this is another thing I gotta let people know too. Because I've said this, but I got some stuff I know I gotta make sure I say on every single video, so that way I can always, when somebody asks me, I'll be like, look at any video, I said it. And I said this, I know everybody knows, so you don't have to respond. But just so you know, the E-update is nowhere near by a long shot your report. Not by a long shot. Your DMBI, by a long shot, is not your report. Not by a long shot. It's just a little bit better than the E-update. It gives you a little bit more. I wish, like, I got some examples on here, but nah, I ain't gonna upload it. But like I'm gonna tell you, your report actually has a financial section. It shows whether or not you bank. It shows where you bank. Like that's, I guess where that's at is the comprehensive $149 report from DNB. Like, because the DMBI is just kind of like a tracking thing. Like, it's just not enough tabs. It shows you the industry risk score. It shows you your credit, your real credit score, not your paydex score, but the actual score that makes a difference. It doesn't give you a suggested credit limit. Well, sometimes it does. And it just gives you general information, but it's not by a long shot your whole file. But your DMBI is enough to go by. That's enough to tell you what's wrong with your file. But it's not the report it's not the comprehensive report that like Staples would look at. But pretty much most of it is. It's got all your scores there, so most of it is. But it just doesn't have a financial section. That's the only part that's not in the DMBI. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about, man. And these guys That's what makes. I don't want to get into a pissing match with these guys over there. But what they don't understand is I'm really trying to be cool because I really don't want to get to the point where I gotta go over there and take the whole board over, like take the whole thing over literally. Like if I had to recruit people, we'll take that whole board over, the whole thing, and we'll put updated information on. Like the admins, I had to kick us out. They had to stop. If they did that, I crashed the site. So I'm trying not to get to the point where the little comments and the little slick stuff gets to me. Because they don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. I got people that owe me favors in a lot of different corners of the world. Like, you don't understand. If these guys can get into PayPal and all that, they'll crash that site. Crash that site. All I gotta do is give them the word. They'll crash that site. And they don't sell anything on the site, so that wouldn't even really, it'll be detrimental to the people looking for help. So that wouldn't be so. Nah, you can't do that though, because I don't want to manipulate nothing. And people go there honestly looking for help, so you don't want to really mess up an outlet that gives people, at least some people that because there is a lot of information there. They got the personal credit side too. It's very beneficial. I've never even spent any time in there, but it's like. I mean, let's say what it is. It's like the biggest website on the internet that has to deal with credit, period. So it wouldn't be fair. But I'm just saying, if they keep on, it'll still happen regardless of who gets benefits from over there or whatever. Because you're not gonna sit here and keep talking crazy to me. I don't care who you are. So I like the show. I don't like to talk about it. Telling you. I'll announce the times and dates on here and everything. I'll tell you to look out for it. And then everybody go to look out for it and add more traffic to help crash it. We'll crash that whole site. You go over there and do all kind of weird gay porn over there. So you don't want to mess with me. You want to mess with me at all. That wouldn't benefit anybody though. They'd be frustrated and blah blah blah, but they don't have any ads or anything up there. They're not making any advertisement revenue or nothing. So it's like a truly altruistic site that's there to help. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. But you got people there. There used to be a guy on there called Loser Artworks. That was his name. He was an older man. He was probably the best guy that gave impartial information. Like he gave straight up information, and actually try to help. I can tell when a person's trying to help because you can tell from their responses when somebody asks you a question. If you give an answer back and try to condescend somebody and make them feel stupid or small, then you're not really there to help. You're not really there to teach or help people understand everything. You're just there to satisfy whatever personal problems you got, that you got a God complex or something. Like, I don't get that. So I don't understand. But I'm just saying that to say it. Like, I keep hearing, they keep on that slick stuff. They don't understand. Like, you don't know how far I take it. Like, I'll go out to the dude's house. Like, I'll track his IP. I'll find out where he lives. If he's at an internet cafe, I'll sit there and wait for him every day. Seriously. You don't understand. And then have him on camera apologizing. Like, you're not going to sit here and talk crazy. You're not. It's too easy to find you. So, if nothing else, you'd be doing it from a mask in some dark room or something with a shroud over your head, like a terrorist. Like, yeah, we heard you, Boogie. But you're not going to sit there with your face shown or your name or even a nickname. I'm telling you, it's not going to work, man. I love making examples out of people. Now, I ain't talking about causing no harm to nobody. But I'd rather spend $2,500 on a first class flight, take a commercial flight, and fly there and pay for a hotel all week and sit wherever it is he goes online, sit right next to him in disguise. And just say, hey, strike up a conversation with him and record it all so everybody can see how stupid he is. That's the type of lengths I go through. By myself too. No security, nobody with me. I just be there with a fake beard and mustache, get that Beijing like Doc Rivers, and get the spray and the sideburns done. I'm telling you, I mean, waiting for somebody to try me, man. Serious. But I just be wanting to help people though. I'm just joking. I don't want no trouble. I just hate seeing that. Like, I be telling people when they say that they get them comment, I'm like, look, tell them to call me. If you give me 5 minutes on the phone, all that would change. Like, all that stuff would change, just like it did with the other dude. I'm not gonna mention his name. He had a successful blog and all that, and now he's on my buddy list. Like, yeah. People be trying to leave posts thinking that people won't see him. and then get back to me, and then I call your house and congratulate you on your wife just having your baby, and do you still live in such and such? Oh yeah, I see the square footage on the GIS. Looks like a nice size house. Yeah, we are cooking out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then you stop talking crazy. I don't mean no threats thrown out. Then you just all of a sudden it just stops. It just stops. Yep. Start showing them pictures of their house with a screensaver from MapQuest and from Google Maps, and show their front door, what they drive, show the satellite photos and all that. Yeah, it's supposed to creep. To creep anybody out. Supposed to creep them out. It'll creep me out. People running around talking about that creeps me out. My face is out there. I feel unsafe. I feel nervous. I might fear for my life. You know what I'm saying? I might be going to get me a pretzel or something, and somebody might hit me over the head. Nah, see, I gotta stop. Now I'm breaking out the sweat. It's too much. Oh man. That's crazy. But yeah, I gotta go though. I'll take a few questions though. I don't want to, cause I definitely gotta go. While we still got some sunlight. Oh, you said how did I go about setting that up? Which one, Scott? I mean, what about, this is a question. What about filing the UCC? Because I want to make sure about this UCC, because I thought I went over it ad nauseum. Well, auto leases aren't that bad. Auto leases, you just have to you have to actually be in business for a while though, or not really, or you just got to have enough money to put down, and they'll let it ride. But there's no real trick to that. There's none at all. Yeah, there's no real trick to that. It's just going to the lot, letting them run your stuff, and let them tell you what you need. Because they're in trouble too. They're just like everybody. They're not coming off of nothing unless it's right. Yeah, auto financing has always basically been the same. There's only been a handful of companies that were kind of sweet back then. That was Ford and Toyota. BMW was flexible for a while, but they stopped way before it started getting tough. But Ford Motor Company is your best bet. If you want to give it a shot, you can always go to fmcc.com. Download the application, fill it out, fax it in. If you're approved, you can go to any Ford lot and pick out what you want. They'll try to talk you into buying instead of leasing. They make more money that way. But yeah. Yeah, but I do need to shave, I guess. I got, what the hell? I don't understand that question. Yeah, it's a strange question. I can't shed light on a question I don't understand. I try my best to understand. I try my best to answer it though. Cause I don't know. Cause there's like nothing. I thought I left nothing left to the imagination when it comes to UCCs. Especially talking to the guy that has a website about UCCs, and he's asking me a question. Oh man. Okay. Let me try this one more time. Cause I mean I know it's probably more simple to me, but it's one of those things it's more simple to me. Because I know it, but even explaining it is very simple. It's like trying to explain to somebody 1 and 1 is 2, or 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3. Like maybe that way. Maybe that's a better example. Like it just have to focus on the decimal point. Would be the only thing I have to explain to them, and that would make it easier. But they got the even numbers hands down. But if you can answer it yourself, then yeah, but I'm going to answer it as soon as I finish getting these instant messages from the guy that has the UCC site that should know all the stuff. That's the purpose. No, they don't care if the numbers are out of place. They just look at the agreement. Numbers don't matter. Hold on, I think he's still typing. Then I'm gonna answer your question. Because I hate to start and then it pops up. Okay. Alright. Now, what I was saying, like there's nearly nothing to it. Like in the webinar, I used a screen share to show how to fill it out. And for some reason, and I've explained this like a billion times, it seems like the only thing people are having like the problem with on the UCC1 form is where to put the amounts at. I've answered that and explained that already. No amount goes there. You can put one there. You can put it in the detailed description of the collateral if you want to. But you don't have to. It goes in the security agreement that's filed along with the UCC. The security agreement has the prices, the amounts. Oh, man, I thought you just said. This is something different. That's what I was saying. The security agreement explains everything. So if there's one document that's very obscure and very vague, it just says, please, oh man, let me see. Huh? Oh no, that wasn't you. No, I ain't talking about you. That wasn't you. I was asking me no questions. Yeah, I know you do. Nah, okay. Like, say I got a document, and the only thing I can do in this document is show what that collateral was put up for something, and that's all this document is good for. It says the date, it explains what the collateral is down to the minute detail, and that's what all this form is for. And this is the form. The reason I'm putting it on this form because this is the form that you fill out that has to do with secure transactions, UCC1 form. Only thing I can put on there is that some kind of agreement was made. This was the collateral was put up. We only had to say what it was worth. Doesn't even have to say what the transaction was about. Just what who's the debtor, who's the debtee, what the collateral was that was put up, and the description of it, and that's it. What state they live in, what the name is, blah blah blah. That's it. The security agreement or promissory note, whichever you choose to use, has all those details on it. The security agreement would say, okay, I loaned you $15, and on August you're going to pay me $5 of that $15, and in exchange I'm going to give you a piece of collateral back. You know, in September you're going to give me $5 more. I'm going to give you another piece of collateral back. You know what I'm saying? October you'll pay it off. I'll give you your last remaining piece, and then I'll terminate the UCC. That has the agreements, the times, the arrangements, the amounts, the how much, what the interest is, what the payment should be. That's in the security agreement. That's where the details are. Once you file it with the UCC, that's what the credit bureaus get to see. They look at this UCC, which is just a generic paper saying that you owe something, which would be bad if that's all it was there. There would be no details. It's better to say safe than sorry. I don't know how much this person owes this person. I don't know what, because there ain't nothing else filed with it. Now, the security agreement is what you open up and say, oh, okay, looks like he's caught up to date. Everything, okay, it's September now. Okay, I see 2 pieces released. It basically outlines everything, and the UCC itself backs it up. So you can derive if the payments are late or not late just by looking at both papers. Like, okay, it started out with 3 pieces of collateral. It's been updated twice. There's only 1 left. We look at the contract. The contract says, you know, at the successful completion of such and such, 2 pieces will be off. So, you know, they complement each other. One has every single detail, how much money, you know, when it was paid back. The other just has to do with the collateral, and that's it. But you can still list in those collateral details all that stuff I just said, and you can work it that way. Yeah, that's what I figured. No problem, Houston. That's what I figured, because that's the only thing that's tricky. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. But yeah, that's the only thing I see, because that's been the only thing people really been getting confused of, and there's no standard way of writing that. I could only give a couple of templates, but it's just writing out every detail as if I need to know, like, everything, like a contract. Like, you know, if you don't pay, what'll happen? What interest will be charged? If you miss a payment, like, you'll have to bring the collateral back and pledge it or whatever. Like, every single detail. So if somebody's just opening it, looking at it, the contract, and they got another piece of paper over here that just says what you put up and when, and it all right here in this one page says when you pay this, you get this back. When you pay here, you get this back. So I look at the paper and it says, okay, he's got that back, he's got that back. Safe to say he paid, because that's what it says in the contract. So it's safe to say he's satisfied at least a certain percentage of that obligation, because it says here this is only going to happen when you do. And that's what makes it a positive UCC, because there are bad UCC filings too. And that would be just the UCC file by itself. That would be a cautionary UCC filing, because it's caution because we don't know anything about it. All we know is this company is somebody got it tied up with this collateral right here. We don't know how much, what it's worth.